Good evening, everyone. Angel Eyes here. Let's talk about happiness. So, when you think about happiness, what comes to your mind? There's different types of happiness, and yes, I had to write some stuff down. So, you have joy, excitement, gratitude, pride, optimism, contentment. What makes you happy? Tell me in the comments. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be grandstanding, it could be something so small. Like, for example, today, what would have made me happy is if the internet worked at my office so I can listen to my music. But no, something was up. So, what comes to mind when you think of happiness? I think happiness is a mindset. You get up every morning and you don't think when you wake up, I'm happy. You have to make that choice every day to regulate your moods. I like to be positive all the time because positivity brings happiness. It makes you happy. We can't always be positive and happy, but we have to learn to reframe our negative thoughts and be grateful for what we do have. So I got a flat tire. Well, I've got the means to get a new tire, or I have the warranty, or I have three other tires that are working, or somebody else could pick me up, right? So it's reframing that. I know when I was 6 years old in St. Anne's School, we got to watch the Red Balloon 1956 movie. I don't know if you remember it. It's a kid walking around with a red balloon like it's his best friend. And afterwards, we were told to write on a piece of paper what we wish for. And I wrote to be happy because to me, to my 6 year old head and brain, that was something that should be so simple, just to be happy. Was I happy then? I don't know. I mean, I've seen the pictures. I don't look very happy. I look kind of like the light's been dimmed from me for whatever reason. Am I happy now? For the most part, I am. I like to be. I don't like to dwell on that which can make me sad. I do like my sappy songs, they do feed my soul, so to speak. So, what is the definition of happiness? To me, it's a mindset. So I read something, and I'm just going to read it to you because I don't have that kind of memory after 5 o'clock, after working all day. So Aristotle said, happiness is the one human desire, and all other human desires exist as a way to obtain happiness. There's 4 levels of happiness, according to him. From immediate gratification, I think we can all agree with that. From comparison and achievements, yes. From making positive contributions, so that'd be volunteering or philanthropy, or just helping a neighbor, you know, helping a neighbor out with a mailbox or a garden bed or helping with the groceries, etc. And achieving fulfillment. So, what fulfills you? It's different for everybody. I don't expect anybody to come out of this and say, I'm going to be happy. You know, there's people that struggle with that. And that's okay. But if you can find just a little thing that will make you just a little happy, you know, like having your favorite treat or self gratification, you know. He also said that it could also be achieved through the golden mean, which involves finding a balance between deficiency and excess. So where you're content. So the words that I get from happiness is good, positive, feeling grateful. And those are things that I like to do. At least on a daily, it crosses my mind to be grateful and thankful. Grateful and thankful for the things that I do have, for the blessings that I have. It could be worse, right? So I'm hope that this gives you some thought and some helpful tips on how to stay happy and be happy. You can be happier by building strong relationships, whether it's with family or friends. I think, besides my immediate family, my family is my friends, my close friends. Now, those are the ones that know me, that can tell when they haven't heard from me. We better check on her. Something's going on with her, right? So, your family is not necessarily your blood family. And doing things that you love and finding a purpose can make you happy. So, things that you love, whether it's painting, gardening, walking, running, exercise, baking, cooking, reading a book, playing an instrument, just watching your favorite show, you know? I get so busy sometimes that watching one episode of a show is like, yay, I did it. Yes, I watched the ending of House of Dragons. It was amazing. I'm going to miss it. But yeah, that makes me happy temporarily, yes. Knowing that I have people to rely on keeps me content. So let me know if this is resonating for you and if there's another topic that you'd like me to discuss. But I think this was a good thing to talk about. We talked about forgiveness, releasing. Let's talk about happiness. Different ways that you can be happy. Just a little bit or a long time. Love is definitely something that could bring you happiness. Knowing that someone loves you or something. It could be an animal, your pet, or a friend, a good friend, like a best friend. Um, your significant other, whether they're near or far, or wearing something special, like a special person gave you a piece of jewelry, so you wear it all the time. Um, Again, having a favorite little treat. Those days you're down, that helps. It helps to have that. I was reading earlier today, from this doctor. I'm terrible with names, but she comes on my feed and it says, learn to control your moods, that you shouldn't be like a thermometer. You should be more like a thermostat. You set the thermostat, you set the mood. You don't want to react like a thermometer. So when something is triggering you and threatening your happiness, remember that you're a thermostat. You want to set the mood. Living life with a purpose. Like, I'm doing this channel because I felt the need to share with people messages, or the pretty decks and the pretty mahjong tiles, and they bring me joy, so maybe they'll bring joy to someone else. The exercise things that people don't talk about or are not that well known. I'm an adult now, so things have changed when I was my 20s. My priorities have changed for sure. What I want out of life has changed. I'm not looking to party. I'm looking to enjoy life and be with my partner in crime and make memories and travel and do all those things, right? So, yeah, that brings me happiness. And if sharing it makes someone happy or inspires someone, then I'm all for that. I also like to work for a charity, volunteer for a charity. That brings me joy, and I don't have to document it, I don't have to report it. I just know that I enjoy it. I enjoy giving. So it's good to practice gratitude, you know, to be positive about it every day, to get up and be grateful and thankful that you got another chance at this. So we'd never know what's going to happen. So let's make the best of it. I wanted to also ask you, I don't know how many of you are spiritual as far as archangels and stuff, but I've been pretty drawn to Archangel Michael all my life. I mean, I went to all his schools. Not by choice, but it just happened. And, his color is blue, and I love the color blue. I never really knew what my favorite color was, but I think it's blue. But there's another archangel that's been coming to mind lately, Archangel Metatron. And he is like a warrior archangel. He also is known for geometry type stuff. So it's interesting. I ordered this new cloth, tablecloth, and I didn't realize that it's kind of made for Metatron. It's got the symbols. And I also ordered this plastic thing, which I did know was him, and it just fits perfectly. See? It fits perfectly on my mat, and I'm going to see if I can move this without having an issue. So you can kind of see what it looks like a little bit, somewhat. Anyway, I hope this topic found you well. I don't know if you want to do a carpool. I can do a carpool. I do like the Shapeshifters Oracle card deck. It's very pretty. The focus needs to be on the animals and what they're trying to tell you. I did pre-shuffle. So we can do a carpool on, let's see, what can the question be? What do my subscribers and anybody that's watching this need to know now? And I will have to read from the book because it's very detailed, kind of like the Le Vampire deck, which I did highlight yesterday on my community post. And again, I would like to thank you all for being a subscriber. And for those of you that are not subscribers, consider subscribing. I have to think of something to do if we reach 100. I asked a question Monday, went well. I did have extra carpools, so don't miss out on that. Sometimes I do more than one carpool as far as carpools. Actually, I think I've been doing that for the last couple of weeks because I've got new decks and I just want to test them out. So there's some pretty meaty readings there for free. So I think next Monday is going to be another 8 carpools, but you have to leave me a comment so I know. And what else is coming up? Friday is love messages for the weekend. I hope you all have some good plans for the weekend. I really need to get some rest. I totally passed out last night. Late. It wasn't that late. I'm usually night out. I mean, I got texts and messages and I didn't wake up. Nope. All right. So I have the Fairy Ring, number 37. New skills, advanced training, rapid improvements. See how beautiful that card is? So what I'm seeing here is rabbits. Rabbits and fairies. So let's see what that means in the book. And that's number 37. I think it's the last card, almost. Let's see. The Fairy Ring. About the Fairy Ring. Are these fairies playing with sweet animal companions, or are these fierce freedom fighters learning new skills? Even beings as adorable as they must learn new abilities. They must learn how to train the young ones and teach the skills they will need in the world of changes that we all live in. The Fae here are working with the shape-shifting ones who are taking on forms to test the fairies' skills. When this circus gathers, it may look fun and simple for a frog to jump or for a fairy to pick up a tiny chair and tame a friendly foe in the form of a mouse. But everything they're demonstrating is vital for their education and for their own family's future. The Fairy Ring speaks. We are fairies and our role is to create the growing world. Everything is changing. Our world is full of danger because the trees are being severed from their roots and the animals are leaving. The flowers and the blades of grass are trusting in us to learn how to cope, survive, and yes, thrive. Even under these bleak circumstances. While it may look fun and like we're merely putting on a show, we're also learning how we will keep the wild ones free and safe. When the machines move in, we will never give up the wild places, and we will train, learn, and understand the enemy to understand those who would harm, intentionally or not. the places and beings under our protection. We will do what must be done to save our friends. The shapeshifters are helping us evolve, and you too must ever evolve, learn new skills, and train practically to become able to live in a world of changes. Do not grow sedate and lazy or complacent. Become alive and feel the excitement of training. Learn new skills and practices until every part of you, from your legs and hands to even your eyes, hurt. For with this ache comes the knowledge that you are preparing yourself to discover a new path in this ever changing world. Learning new skills, advancing in your talents, sharpening your reactions and senses, and following discipline and structure is important now. So, that is the message. You're likely to take a course, study, and gain solid credentials in a field you're looking at longingly. There will be an examination, a very important test of your skills to assess your suitability for a task, role, vocation, and so forth. You must update and refresh your existing skills because things are changing, have changed, and will continue to change. This will excite you and you will discover joy and purpose learning new skills. The course you'll take will have to do with holistic health, rituals or spell work, sensitivity and alertness, environmentalism or finances, savings and investment. The more flexible and adept you become in these areas, the more amazing your life will be. Every day, train, work hard, and hold your head high. You will soon have a chance to demonstrate why these new skills are so vital and important to many more people than just you. So, learn new skills, advanced training, rapid improvements, not just for you, but to help others. Thank you very much. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.